Alright, what's going on, guys? Brian here, bringing you guys another live stream. We are back. We're doing something a little different today. We're actually going to be playing a little bit of Madden, as well as going over my predictions and overall predictions of week 4 of the NFL. Something I wanted to get into from weeks going forward. We're going to kind of recap some games while we're waiting. Actually, I know what I want to do. I'm going to pause this for 1 second. I just want to change this color really quick because not background color, where is it? There we are. Yeah, that's just not it, Chief. Maybe that. Nope, that's not it either. Alright, this is, bear with me here. That's better. A little bit more, or I know I can actually make the background color of it. Where is it? Background. I don't know if that helps, but it's a black background color. So we'll see if that helps anything. Anyway, so yeah, not really going to be focusing too much on the actual gameplay. We're going to be just, if this thing can stop flying. I have my fan over there and it's blowing all my notes and stuff away. So we are obviously going to start with our first game, which is the Jaguars and Bengals Thursday Night Football. I don't think this is a very, I don't think I really need to say much about this game, other than the fact that Jaguars can go 0-4, and Bengals are going to win this game and move on to 3-1, so there is that. On top of that, so obviously Bengals winning that game. Next Sunday, obviously we're going to start with the 12 p.m. games. Chiefs going to the Eagles. I do think the Chiefs are going to struggle again, and I think all their struggles from the past is still going to happen. But I think they're just going to play a little bit smarter of football this time around, and actually get a win. I don't think it's going to be as bad as the Eagles wise. I don't think it's going to be as bad of a performance as it was against the Cowboys last time. I think they'll actually put up a good fight. I just think Chiefs will win this game. Putting Eagles down to 1-3, and then the Chiefs would be 2-2, which for them, that's kind of disappointing, I would think, because it's really this is what is going to happen after all these contracts and everything like that. It's kind of disappointing that they're 2-2. I mean, for me, I'm not glad, but I don't really want them to go to another Super Bowl, honestly. So we'll kind of see what happens with all that. But it will be interesting to see if they still struggle as bad as they did before. One thing I am going to change really quick, if I can move this over really quick. What is this, man? 22? There we go. Alright. I just want to change that real quick. And then the other thing I want to do. Sorry. Please bear with me here. I do appreciate it. There we are. Alright. Cool. At least we have some clock still as well. Alright. Let's move this back over so I can see the games. Alright. Next we have Lions going to the Bears, which, again, I don't really think this is going to be much of a competition, honestly. Bears are legit dumpster fire. I don't even know who's going to be their starting quarterback, which any team that's in that situation ever has never done good. It's not like, oh, I don't know who the quarterback is, and then like all three of them are great quarterbacks. You know, like it's legit just like trash. So, and Lions have actually been like in games too. Like this isn't like, it's not like Detroit's terrible. So, and like I'll be honest, like there are like, I mean, Bears aren't, I guess, terrible, but like Detroit's just been playing better. They've been in better or like closer games. I mean, when you compete against the Ravens like they did last week, like it's hard to kind of go against that. You know, like if they just keep that momentum going forward, they'll get their first win of the year, which would be nice if you're a Detroit's fan. And then Bears would fall to 1-3, matching Detroit's record at that point. Moving on to the Giants, going to the Saints. Saints are projected to go back to the Superdome for the first time this year, after the hurricane and all that bad stuff that happened there, and then the fire for that. So finally getting back to go to the Superdome, like not just because of the fact that obviously I'm a Saints fan and that they're back in the Superdome. I just think the Saints facing the Giants is just, I mean, Giants just aren't playing good. They don't really show good signs moving forward or anything like that. So, like, though I'll be honest, like, the Saints are kind of iffy right now with what Jameis Winston's been producing and everything like that, but I don't even know what just happened there. I knew I wasn't gonna try paying attention too much into the game, but that right there was pretty spicy. So yeah, I have Saints obviously winning this game. I mean, I think even though the Packers are obviously a lot better than they were week 1, I think the Saints are gonna show up like they played against the Packers, kind of thing. Like, I don't think, like, their performance, I think, is going to match that of that week. So, like, that's my prediction anyway, obviously. So Saints would move on to 3-1, and the Giants would be 0-4 for the year. Moving on to Titans versus Jets. This one I do think is going to be the close one. No, it's not. Jets have been just being awful as Jets normally are, I guess. Like, that's not really not anything new there. But then Titans are going to move on to 3-1. Jets 0-4, obviously. So this is just, I kind of feel bad sometimes for the Jets. Like, always, like, there's that one guy that I'm sure bets on them every week because, like, they got to win one game at least, you know. But this isn't the week, sadly. I think Titans are just gonna, especially if they go Derrick Henry like all the way. I think like Derrick Henry could get like three rushing touchdowns, and then like, you know, what is it? Tannehill probably can get like 3 touchdowns. Like, this could be a blowout really quick. Just with that talent, as long as they keep what they've like been doing, I guess. Like, this isn't even probably worth watching kind of game. So Jets obviously 0-4, and then Titans would move to be 3-1. Next is actually going to be probably a pretty good game this week, which is Panthers and Cowboys. Now, I have the Cowboys winning this game, and it's actually only for one reason, and that's, I think Cowboys will put up more points than the Panthers can generate. I mean, Panthers have been really just showing up to games, like, ready, and really just, like messing up teams, honestly. Like they have been, like, a pretty, like, people have been struggling against them, and all that good stuff, and Sam Darnold's been looking good, everything like that. But if Cowboys play like they did last week against, or I think it was Monday Night Football, yeah. If they play like that, like this is, I don't think the Panthers are gonna keep up with that offense. That's the only thing. I think Panthers defense is gonna be solid against Cowboys, but either way, I think Cowboys are just going to put up too many points for the Panthers to do. Until I see the Panthers being able to keep in a shootout or something like that, then I might change my mind. But as of right now, I don't think they have that capacity to do that. So what, Panthers would move to 3-1, and then Cowboys would also be 3-1 at that point. Next, we have Browns and Vikings. Sorry, Vikings fans, you are losing this game as well. I just don't... I haven't really seen a lot from the Vikings, honestly, of, like, what I actually, like about them. Browns, I mean, they have been playing, like, a lot better. Everything like that. Like, I don't even think, like... It might be a pretty solid game, I think. But I don't think it's going to be it's not going to be like something that's like too crazy, unless the Browns do something, like if they start off like very rusty and like not right out of the gate or anything like that, then I think Vikings have a chance. But if like opening drive wise, if Browns like score opening drive and then stop the Vikings on their opening drive, like this game, it's gonna be over, I think. So Browns would move 3-1, Vikings 1-3. Not a good sign for them. Moving on to Texans and Bills. This one, it's gonna be kind of like a Jets game here, where it's just, I don't think it's gonna be really worth the watch kind of thing. Like you'll see the score and be like, oh, okay, makes sense kind of thing. That the Bills are going to win this. I mean, Bills have just been looking very, very good. And Texans are the Texans, so I don't really have much hope for them. So Texans would move down to 1-3, which I think they won week 1, I think, and lost the last 2 weeks. So they kind of gave false hope to fans, I think. Bills would move on to 3-1, which I think they lost to the Steelers week 1, I think. I don't know what's happening right now. So yeah, I think that's another game. It doesn't really matter. Colts Dolphins. This one, I don't really know what to think of the Dolphins, honestly, but it's kind of surprising. I mean, I know Carson Wentz, I think he's gonna be. I don't know if he is gonna be playing. I know he said he wants to, with like broken ankles and everything like that, but no matter what, I think the Colts find a way to at least get their first win of the season, to go to 1-3, and putting Dolphins 1-3 as well after the Colts win. Next is football team and the Falcons. This is another one. I think this is the game that I think the football team, I keep wanting to say their past name. I don't even know if you're allowed to say that anymore, honestly, but I won't. But I think this is the game that like is like that defining moment for a football team now, where like this is where their identity is built, like between like their defensive like performance, everything like that. I think this is the turning point for their team that they almost kind of need to do right now, and really like get something going. I don't know what happened there. Fullback didn't know what he was doing. Bringing football team to 2-2, and then Falcons would be 1-3. Which, I mean, Falcons are one of the teams that, again, that I don't really know what they're doing either, honestly. Like, they're just being the Falcons again. I always like thought like as long as Matt Ryan's there, they'll at least put up yards and stuff. But it looks like even now, like, yo, nice tackle, bro. Nice tackle. He just like back checked me. Anyway, so yeah, Falcons 1-3. Football team would be 2-2. I think it's like the first 2-2 team we made. No, Chiefs would be 2-2, but that's like still weird. Where are we at next? Oh, I have it right up here. I forgot I put all the teams up here. Seahawks 49ers. So these next, like all these next games, I actually think are worth the watch, honestly. Like these are, if your team's playing like this Sunday or Monday, like these are the ones that I think are actually like really good. Seahawks 49ers, no matter who's quarterback, whatever, like that, like it's always going to be a good watch. You know, like, okay, that was a glitch animation. Like, I think it's going to be another close game. I think it's going to be pretty much the opposite result of the Packers-49ers game, where Garoppolo is going to get the game-winning drive and beat, what's his name, Russell Wilson. I think that's just going to be, like, what happens here. Even though I would like Russell Wilson to get another victory, because I do like Russell, but like I just don't think he'll have enough firepower in him to keep up with Garoppolo and everything like that. So Seahawks would fall to 1-3, which is not good for them. And in this kind of division, that kind of almost puts them almost out of it. Unless the other teams just completely drop off, because at this point, like, we'll get to the Cardinals-Rams game right now, but 49ers would be 3-1, Seahawks would be 1-3. At the next game, no matter what, one team's 3-1. This is probably going to be the best game this Sunday. Okay, or don't snap the ball. That's fine. This is going to more than likely be the best game, and it really just comes down to, I think, one player. And at one point of time, like maybe a few years ago, I would have said this player would have been J.J. Watt, like being that X factor, but now it's Aaron Donald. And Aaron Donald's he's gonna mess up Kyler Murray. Not like meaning like every time. Like I still think this is going to be a hard-fought game, everything like that. But when it comes down to it, in, like, that last second of game or something like that, Aaron Donald's going to step up, and you can't single block him, because he's literally just a forklift. Like, that's just chilling, you know? Like, he literally just is a crazy person. There's a reason why he's, like, one of, like, the best players every year. You know, like, it's not rocket science that he's going to disrupt this game. So and also, like, I honestly think, like, as far as what is it called? As far as, like, quarterback play, I honestly think Kyler Murray could keep up with, like, a Stafford-led offense of the Rams, but I think overall, it's just Aaron Donald and the Rams defense is going to do enough to slow down them and give Cardinals their first loss, and Rams moving on to 4-0. With that being said, we move on to the Steelers and Packers, a game that I wanted to put the Steelers. Like, I wanted to say the Steelers were going to win this game and all that stuff, but obviously I don't think that's going to happen. I think Ben Roethlisberger might come back a little bit and, you know, shut up some people and be like, okay, Ben at least still has some things, but until the Steelers find their running game and switch to that and don't make Ben Roethlisberger throw it a million times a game, because I don't think that's who Ben Roethlisberger is. He used to be able to do that, and he did it really well when he had like Antonio Brown and Juju Smith-Schuster, and like I forgot the other guy he had too, for like Wheaton. I forgot his first name. Marcus Wheaton, I think his name was. But when he had like that good, and Le'Veon Bell as well as a pretty much receiver, when he had like that combination, he could throw it 80 times and produce like 50 plus points. But he's old, he can't be doing that anymore, and the fact that they still want him to is kind of almost annoying in a way, because it's like the Steelers are solid, but they just are playing very bad. And Packers, they just been on a roll, and they kind of know what they're doing now. So Steelers could surprise people, but I don't think they will. And the Packers, they'll find a way to get more touchdowns or something like that. So Packers obviously will go 3-1, Steelers 1-3, which is a good sight for them, because Browns and Ravens both are going to win, meaning for next week, or next game here, Ravens and Broncos. Broncos being 3-0, very surprising, but this is where they give their first loss. And I think Justin Tucker hits another game winner. I don't think this is going to be a like, oh, hey, we won, and that's like an easy thing. I think Broncos are going to put up a fight, obviously, and I think Justin Tucker is going to nail in 2 or 3 field goals before that game-winning field goal. So, like, I think this could actually be like a really interesting game, honestly. Like, I don't think one team's just going to be like blown away kind of thing. I think it's going to be a hard-fought game, and almost like a field goal game for the Ravens to actually win this game. But I do have them winning, giving Broncos their first loss, and then Ravens would be 3-1. And then we're moving on to some primetime games here. Sunday Night Football, we have Buccaneers and Patriots. Tom Brady goes back to the Patriots for the first time since he became a Buccaneer. And it's going to be a dumpster fire for the Patriots, because they're going to probably get blown out by probably a good like 21 points at least, like on the low end, more than likely. Tom Brady's going to beat Drew Brees' passing record. Tom Brady already said like he's not going to like reminisce about being a Patriot or anything like that. So like you already know where his like mindset is. Like, hey, I'm not here to like see all that. You already know Patriots are probably going to try to do some stuff in Gillette Stadium and try to get Tom Brady an emotional thing, and but that's not going to happen. Patriots going to lose. Buccaneers going to win. Buccaneers will move on to 3-1, which would match the Saints and Panthers. Falcons, like I said, are a dumpster fire. They're burning right now. Patriots would be 1-3, but I mean, as far as trying to get like second place or something in their division is still a possibility, because Jets and who's the other team? Jets and trying to run through teams real quick. I can't think of who else is in there. Jets and Dolphins are pretty much dumpster fire as well. So Patriots at least can try fighting for a second and hopefully a wild card. But this week is going to be difficult, because now they're going to be 1-3. And then Monday Night Football. Raiders Chargers, another really good game. I kind of compare this one to probably the Seahawks and 49ers game that's going to happen, where you can kind of go either way on the teams. I'm just going to say Raiders, honestly, just because I think they're just playing better, honestly, and like, I don't know. I really feel like they actually kind of got it going, and I don't think they're one of those teams that are going to just like win and then just drop. Like, they're winning like tough games, so like, they're not going into it like blowing somebody out and then losing in the second half, or like almost losing the second half and be like, man, we barely escaped this game. Like, they're actually playing like a full like full game and effectively, obviously, being 3-0. They would move on to 4-0, and then Chargers would go down to 2-2. Chargers are one of the teams I think they might actually, because they did beat the Chiefs last week, they could serve as a tiebreaker and be competing with Chiefs with the number 2. As long as Raiders keep playing how they are, I could see Raiders winning the division and Chargers breaking that tiebreaker between the Chiefs and the Chargers and making the playoffs and actually kicking and like not allowing the Chiefs to make the playoffs, which would be pretty crazy, because like Justin Herbert's like was kind of like, for being as good as a rookie as he was last year, like I don't think, because the Chargers weren't good, Herbert really shined, and I don't think a lot of people like notice that just because of the record, of like the Chargers record. But I don't know, there's a few gems in this week. Obviously once you get into the like bye weeks and stuff like that, you kind of lose out on some teams that like really make or break like a game of the week kind of thing. But like there's still some people like obviously there's divisional games, but like outside of that, like Cardinals, Rams, Seahawks, 49ers, like those divisional games, like especially this year, are always going to be good. And it's crazy that like those 2 games, all 4 of those teams are in the same division, and they're like crazy good. But I don't know, those are my thoughts and opinions and stuff. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and what else you guys want me to do to kind of improve this as well. This is something, like I said, I want to try getting into. This is my new border as well for when I do these as well. That's kind of cool. I might just try doing, like, if we get some more viewers, stuff like that, I might just try centering this, not even put the mat in the background, and literally just kind of do like almost just put this in the middle kind of thing, like just kind of make this in the middle. Yes, don't mind that, but kind of just I made this thing last night, and I could not for the life of me get the middle cropped out. But kind of just like do something like that, and then this would just kind of get blopped inside here like so, and then that goes up. Boom. I wouldn't mind like just kind of doing something like this, maybe like, do obviously some other stuff around, not just have like stats or like the games here, but also like, some other stuff around here. I gotta get used to like doing that. Obviously ups that way, but like when I point my left, it's like the right of the screen, which is weird. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and any other thoughts, feedback on anything like that, feel free to leave them in the comments as well. And if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys all next time. Later.